The Nigerian government has recently passed the Students' Loan Act 2024, which provides an interest-free loan for students pursuing higher education. What are the benefits of these loans and what are the responsibilities of the students? This and more on Panorama this afternoon, coming to you from the Sokoto Network Center. I am Asmao Habibu Shagadi. Nigeria is to tap from the $130 billion global hydrogen market by partnering with the Republic of Germany in the development of its green energy sector. Vice President Kashim Shettima stated this when he received on a courtesy visit a German delegation led by a member of German Parliament and Hydrogen Commissioner, Federal Minister of Education and Research, Till Mansman, at the presidential villa. State House correspondent Abdurrahman Jibriya reports. Students at the Usman Danfodio University, Sokoto, have joined their counterparts across the country in throwing encomium to the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led administration for introducing the interest-free loan policy for students of tertiary institutions, describing it as a lifeline in the pursuit of their academic careers. This is when correspondent Bashir Ibrahim Nababa visited Usman Danfodio University, Sokoto, to interact with some of the students on the development.
The interest-free loan for students in tertiary institutions in Nigeria is a crucial component of the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu-led administration. A policy designed to provide financial support to needy students to enable them pursue their educational goals without the burden of financial constraints. The interest-free loan program offers flexible repayment options, which commences 2 years after completion of National Youth Service. A cross-section of students at the Usmani Danfodio University, Sokoto, described the loan as timely.
For him to bring this kind of initiative, we know that yes, he is the man who see other people's problem as his personal headache.
They should make it as fast as possible because there are like tons of students there that has no source of income to further their education.
It is a huge opportunity for every student that is not capable of paying his or her school fees by him or herself.
There are some students that because the other state government could not pay for scholarship, they had to defer their exams. So at least with the help of this one, they will be able to foster their education peacefully.
I would really like to thank the federal government because this is a very great opportunity and very good initiative for the students.
The prospective applicants are expected to begin the application process effective from 24th of this month. From Sokoto, Bashir Ibrahim Nababa, NTA News.
That first report will come to you in our subsequent bulletin. And now we move to our discussion segment, which is on students' loan and students' responsibility. And I have with me in the studios Malam Noura Abdullahi Attajiri, who is a public affairs analyst. Sir, you are welcome to Panorama this afternoon.
Thank you very much for having me.
Okay. The Access to Higher Education Act 2024 allows students to apply for interest-free loan for it to cover tuition fees, upkeep, and other educational expenses. How do you see this development?
So, first and foremost, let me join our students who just set their minds, and support the government. I appreciate the government for coming up with this policy, with this initiative. It is going to be very helpful to students, as they made mention here during the interview, and even the parent will be relieved, because some of the parents, as the student made mention, they don't have means of taking care of their children to go to higher institutions, and some are even orphans, indigent, in the society. So with this, coming with this initiative, it will going to help a lot of our students, particularly our Eastern youth, who have passion to further their education, but because of the financial constraint. And as we know, the main objective of this main program is to support the indigents financially, so that they can continue or they can start with their education. So actually, we appreciate the present administration who was coming up with this program. Even though the program, direct or indirectly, is something that people are practicing, because parents, when they are paying school fees, tuitions for their children, at the end of the day, they are going to pay. It's just like government make it official. It's just like government make it so documented and recorded. But traditionally, you too, you are trained with, you are educated through your parents, and now you are paying back. So it's just like that. So now, but government just, the only thing, there is no proper record of how much spent on you during your nursery school, primary schools, tertiary, up to university level. But still now, you are paying the parent. You are paying back to the parent, or you are paying back to your guardians. So it's just like that. So government now take over for those who don't have such guardians, such parents that can be able to afford the education of taking them to tertiary institution. So I will love the government for doing that.
Okay. The loan application portal has been open as at 24th of May 2024.
Yeah.
What is your advice to the students and their parents?
So my advice to parents and students, they should work on, they should have focus. They should make sure that this fund is meant for education. It's not meant for other luxuries. They are not meant for other expenses of the family. They are targeted for only education. That is tuition fees and other charges of the university and other upkeeping of the child, maybe a kind of some transportation, handout, feeding, and the remaining what are related to educating the child. So it's not something that we expect the parent to be looking, okay, go and get us this loan, or he got the money to come and start using them for other purpose. So we hope they should have focus. Before they take that loan, they should make sure that the money is going to be judiciously used for the purpose it is meant for. So that is educating the child. So that at the end of the day, he will pay, because the loan is going to be paid. So instead of wasting the money at the end of the day, the child didn't get adequate education. So they should work on the same page. Even the child should tell the parent, this money is not meant for other expenses. It's not meant for hair, it's not meant for clothing, it's not meant for other feeding or festivals or social festivals.
Yes.
So actually they should work on the same page so that they can work on the same for the purpose of the loan.
Okay. There had been programs targeted at indigent members of the society, but they sometimes get hijacked by the high and mighty. What is your take on this?
So that is one of our problem in this country. You will find whether it is agric loan, whether it is commercial loan, whatever it is. So at the end of the day, the targeted people are not the ones going to, are not the ones benefiting from the programs. So, but we hope and pray this time around, because I went through the portal, I saw how they make it, having even the student BBN number so that they can have access to his account to see if he is capable, if he is qualified, and even the parent to know whether the parent, capable. Because I saw a place where they put the family, indigent family that has less than 500,000 income per annum. So as a family or the student. So as a result, we hope, and with the level of technology, and even with some parents are more popular. So immediately when you see somebody's name and the surname, you can easily identify, okay, this person is particularly from social family, and they are capable of taking care of the education of the child. So actually, what we advise is here is that those who are that habit should avoid, should please just allow indigent students to obtain this loan. And those who know somebody somewhere that applied, without qualification, so they should be able to. That is why advise if the government can open liaison office or desk officer in each institution, so that he can regulate what is going on, and from there they can be able to identify those who are qualified and those who are not qualified. And we free our people who allow only the indigent, only the qualified student apply for this loan. And we advocate those who doesn't need it, they doesn't need to apply for it. Because some families, some parents, their children, they doesn't need to apply for this loan because they are going to pay. So let's allow those who are qualified, those who need seriously and desperate needs of this money to apply, so that they can be able to continue with their education or to even start, because some they are newly student and some they are continuing student. Yeah.
Okay. Period of payment of this loan is 2 years after national youth service, except with proof of unemployment. Is this time okay? So
depending on the individual. Somebody, if he gets a very lucrative job, profitable job, he can even pay this amount within a year. At once, But somebody, it can take him over 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, depending on the individual, depending on the amount of loan obtained, and depending on the type of job that particular student after graduating got, or the type of business he's doing. Somebody can immediately after finishing school, particularly as we are always encouraging skill acquisition, not only employing, a white-collar job, as many of our students prefer to have, but somebody who has skill, who is very skillful. So you'll find a situation where, even during his during his study, he may have some income, because he maybe after school or during break, he can go and do some activities which can earn him some income. So somebody, if in that case, can easily pay the amount within a short period of time. So, but our advice is to review the period of payment. Those who can be able to pay even within 6 months, okay, fine and good. Less than pay, but somebody who cannot pay even after 2 years, they should give him opportunity so that he can have more time, because not when he got job to be paying the loan alone, he has to feed himself, he has to clothe himself, he has to do other activities, and even maybe he has some young ones to take care of, or he has his parents to take care of. So at least to see, to allow him so that he can be able to have something that he can take care of himself and his family, and even to be paying subsequently, so that he can be able. Because what we don't want is the issue of failure. So, but there is need to make the payment flexible. Not only 2 years. It should not be restricted to 2 years, depending on the person. But we encourage those who doesn't need it, they should not apply. Those who applied and obtained it, when they get means, let them pay. And those who didn't get, maybe somebody can spend even up to 2 years after graduating without having job. So you can't force him to be paying while he's not owning anything. So I think they should review the issue of they can leave it like this, but hence it is the beginning. Going forward. Yeah, going forward, so that they can be able to assess, if it is.
Okay. Finally, what should be the responsibility of both parents and the students?
So the responsibility is they should have focus, as I made mention earlier. They should make sure that they are targeting the money is meant for education, and it must be used judiciously for educating that particular child, male or female. So they should work on the same page. They should not divert make diversion of the funds, because some part of the money is going to pay direct into the institution's account. Part for upkeeping is going to be given to students. Okay. So I think
sir, I think time is not on our side, so we thank you so much for having time to be on Panorama this afternoon.
So thank you very much. We hope they will come up, the government will come up with more and more policies that will have impact on the life of the citizens.
I have been talking with Malam Noura Abdullahi Attajiri on students' loan and their responsibilities. We'll take a short break, and when we return, Panorama continues in a moment.
The counsel of our fathers.
I will urge and advise our younger generation to use talent and brain to sort out problems, not arms.
Nigerian youths, let's build our nation.
My advice to these young people is please do not take us back to those harrowing days. You probably do not know what it is.
I believe we have fought one civil war too many in this country. So those who experience it will run away from it.
Nigerian youths, let's build our nation together.
Nigeria is to tap from the $130 billion global hydrogen market by partnering with the Republic of Germany in the development of its green energy sector. Vice President Kashim Shettima stated this when he received on a courtesy visit a German delegation led by a member of German Parliament and Hydrogen Commissioner, Federal Ministry of Education and Research, Tils Marsman, at the presidential villa. State House correspondent Abdurrahman Jibrila reports.
The idea is in the advancement of the country's hydrogen market in line with its renewable energy objectives and the global energy transition plan from fossil to green sources. Underscoring the importance of strong partnership between Nigeria and Germany, the Vice President said Nigeria cannot run away from the fact of resorting to green energy for a sustainable world and an inclusive economic growth. On the potentials in hydrogen development, Vice President Kashim Shettima expressed optimism that if Nigeria gets it right, the entire African continent will equally get it right. He commended Germany for the sacrifice and empathy the country has shown towards other countries in different areas, especially human capital development, that has made the country a global leader across diverse fields, including technology. Head of the German delegation said collaboration with Nigeria and institutions like the University of Nigeria Nsukka is crucial for achieving the goals outlined in Germany's national hydrogen strategy.
Before the end of the year, we will have full focus, direction, and if possibly, we will start production of green hydrogen in Nigeria. So their visit is most welcome. Their visit is inspiring because they came to assess where we are, and they have been putting money in researches on green hydrogen in Nigeria.
The hydrogen strategy for our country, and we addressed there that we need to import also energy in form of molecules, that means green hydrogen, from outside Germany. And so we are looking for potential partners to transform the world towards climate neutrality. Germany wants to be climate neutral by 2045.
Acknowledging Nigeria's significant potential in the field of green energy, particularly hydrogen production, the delegation said about 30 countries in Africa have the potential for green energy, especially hydrogen, and Nigeria is one of the most powerful countries in the field. From the State House, Abdurrahman Jibrila, NTA News.
The government has directed immediate release of 4 billion naira for the settlement of outstanding gratuities of unpaid civil servants who retired since 2015. Governor Ahmad Aliyu gave the order while receiving a report from the committee set up to verify genuine retirees whose entitlements were not paid. Bashir Ibrahim Nababa reports.
The committee was set up a few months ago following complaints by retirees in Sokoto State that they have not been paid since 2015, and to verify the claim of the immediate past administration that they settled all the entitlements of retirees in the state. The committee, under the chairmanship of the State Accountant General Umar Ahmed, identified 3,183 living retirees whose entitlement is worth 11.6 billion naira. 126 were verified dead, and government owing them 2.9 billion naira, while 197 are contract staff whose dues stand at 147 million naira.
Those that died before this period, their entitlement is normally sent to the Attorney General, who will verify the next of kin and pay them accordingly.
Governor Ahmed Aliu, who appreciates the commitments of the committee members, says the committee's findings debunk the immediate past government claim of settling the outstanding retirees' dues. The governor directed the payment to commence from 29th May this year with the release of 500 million naira monthly up to December, and that the process will continue up to next year until the backlog of the gratuity is cleared by the government.
It was after we took over that we found out that the state government is owing our retirees gratuity since 2015 amounting to billions of naira.
Same committee is mandated to pay the retirees their entitlements. From Sokoto, Bashir Ibrahim Nababa, NTA News.
The First State Command of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps has sealed 5 private security guards companies. This followed expiration of their operating license and their failure to renew them as required by law. Correspondent Halilu Muhammad has the details.
The Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps is empowered by law to register and issue license to private security guard companies, in addition to monitoring and supervising their activities to ensure effective security of lives and property. These companies are also required to renew their license 3 months before expiration, and failure to do so within the specified period risk revocation. To ensure compliance, the Zamfara State Command of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps has embarked on a special operation leading to the sealing of 5 private security guard companies.
And those 5, we discovered they didn't redo the analysis. We sealed their companies.
Sani Mustafa added that the Minister of Interior had inaugurated an 8-man committee to checkmate the operations of private guard companies and recommend better strategies of sanitizing their activities for improved security in the country.
And for those that refuse to renew their license, we are calling them to go and renew their license. Otherwise, we will not allow them to operate any longer.
Investigation revealed that a number of private security guard companies are operating without license, an action which the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps says amounts to prohibition, and such companies are liable to closure. In Gusau, Halil Muhammad, NTA News.
And now to sports. Super Eagles head coach Finidi George names squad ahead of South Africa and Benin Republic clash. This and more with Peter Oibo on Sports Update.
Coach Finidi George names. The coach of the Nigerian Super Eagles, Finidi George, has announced the inclusion of Victor Osimhen, Ademola Lookman, Wilfred Ndidi, Alex Iwobi, Kelechi Iheanacho, and goalkeeper Stanley Nwabali, among others, for the upcoming 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifying matches against South Africa's Banyana and Benin Republic. The matches will take place on June 7 and June 10, 2024. In other news, the defending champions of the President Federation Cup, Bender Insurance, were eliminated from the round of 32 after a 2-0 defeat to Wiki Tourist in Abuja. However, the coach of Bender Insurance, Monday Odigwe, remains hopeful for a better performance as the MPFL matches resume.
Try to win every game we play. If we don't win, we go back and try to win the next one. So no team sets target. Every team goes one after the other. That's what we do.
We have to concentrate on the league and make sure that we retain a good position in the league. I can assure you Bender Insurance will pick up.
Meanwhile, following the monthly aerobics exercise organized by the Federation of Public Service Games, FEPGA, for federal civil servants in Abuja at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, civil servants have been encouraged to take advantage of the opportunity to stay fit and live a healthy lifestyle, which will improve their productivity.
The civil servants, they are the engine room of government. So with this exercise that we do, it helps us in mental thinking, apart from the physical health.
Finally, in the world of boxing, amateur boxers from Edo, Delta, Bayelsa, Rivers, Akwa Ibom, and Cross River States have gathered in Benin City, Edo State, for the South-South Amateur Boxing Championship for both male and female boxers across the country.
Chance to come out on top, take my gold medal, my neck, become world champion one day, and by the grace of God, maybe I'll make it.
I have the confidence because I train harder. I train harder for the competition.
The 2-day championship held at the Samuel Ogbemudia Stadium aims to discover young talent. With Sport Update, Peter Oibo, NTA News.
This afternoon. Thank you for watching and enjoy the rest of the day.